It's showtime is what it says up there in the corner. It says it's showtime, and showtime is exactly what it is. You are now tuned in 10 seconds and counting to another live episode of No Cap TV with yours truly, my boy KC, and yours truly, Coach P. And No Cap, in case you don't know, you should know by now, but if you don't know, No Cap is the knowledge and wisdom of KC and Peers joined together, delivering you these jewels that we love to drop, and also talking about some of the random things in the sports world and just trivia questions and bringing you everything. But you know, our main thing is to give you best practices and equip people with wisdom and knowledge that they can use. And if nothing else, share our life experiences in a real way, real talk. And that's what this is all about. What's up with my partner, man?
Oh man, same shit, different day. How you doing?
Man, all is well. All is well. You know, ready to get to work. And what I mean by that is ready to get to work right here. You know, I know you probably did you work today?
I didn't. Matter of fact, boom, quick tip of the day. Got you.
Check that one off.
Quick tip of the day. Give y'all some
What's that?
Wisdom. Appreciate the days off as much as you appreciate the days working. Because it got to be an equal balance there. Somebody told me the other day, if you don't listen to your body and give it the rest that it needs and sit it down sometimes, the recovery time, if you do it yourself, the recovery time is a lot shorter than if your body do it for you. So quick tip of the day. Appreciate the bad days as much as you appreciate the good ones because you need both of them.
Funny enough, this was not going to be my fitness tip of the day, but I'm going to piggyback off of the quick tip of the day and go straight into the fitness tip of the day, because what you just said ties into fitness, especially for my athletes. This was not my fitness tip of the day, and I still might get to my fitness tip of the day, but to piggyback off of your quick tip of the day, you're absolutely correct. You definitely want to enjoy your rest and recovery. And sometimes people, that's easier said than done, because people will punish themselves for resting. People will sabotage themselves, just beat themselves up, just spiritually and mentally, when they find themselves having rest days. Like, they find it hard to rest and relax because they're trying to tell themselves they need to get up, get out, and get it. You know what I mean? But in order to really get up, get out, and get it, you do need to relax and recover. And a lot of times when you recover, it helps your performance when you go back to work. And so the reason I'm piggybacking off that is because I tell this to my athletes all the time. As hard as they train, as hard as they work, their recovery has to be just as extensive. The work that we put into performance includes how much work we put into recovery. It all goes hand in hand. There's no greater than, no, like, okay, I'll recover. Because just like you said, with any individual, when an athlete's body says, hey, boy, it's time to sit down, and then now they want to do all the recovery shit. Now they want to do all the stretching. Now they want to do all the band work. Now they want to do all the soaking. Now they want to do all the massage therapy. Now all the stretch therapy, all the corrective exercise. And then they come back saying, man, I feel better than ever. Well, if it's good enough to rehab, it's great enough to do ahead of time. So yes, whether you are working a 9 to 5, you are hustling, bustling your own business and brand, or you are an athlete, the work that you put in has to be met equally with the amount of recovery that you put in. It doesn't make you lazy. It doesn't make you miss anything. In fact, it might just enhance it that much more because you take care of your mind and body.
I'm glad you just said that because, oddly enough, you were speaking to me. Right?
Because we're both guilty of what I was just talking about. I know what you were about to say. Go ahead, because we're both guilty of it.
Because for me,
speaking from experience,
if I don't do something, I feel lazy. If I don't feel like I just made some kind of production,
get on myself.
Man, look here, man. Yeah, like for me, and I be down on myself. Like, damn, I ain't do nothing today. Damn, I ain't make this. Damn, I ain't get out. Damn, and then I start. I've been lazy. Sometimes when I do it with working out, I get in the gym. And if I don't work out for 3 or 4 days, I get in the gym and be hella out of shape. To me, you know what I'm saying? I'm out of shape. But to somebody else, they'd be like, yo, you in here going crazy. Nigga, I'm in here going light. because
Yeah.
I felt like I'm behind. But at the same time, my body be hurting. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Body need rest and all, because we go from, especially if you're an entrepreneur. I know a lot of people ain't gonna understand this. My sister gave me dropped some game on me one day about something somebody told to her,
Yeah.
and said, we don't live the life of a 9-to-5er. When you deal with an entrepreneur, you automatically got hired.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you hired. Yeah.
Yeah, you're
For
hired.
all of it.
You doing some of
Yeah.
this work with me, right? But
Yeah.
the life of a 9-to-5er, y'all got paid time off, y'all got vacation time, sick time, and all that other time. When you are an entrepreneur, you got to go get it. Every day counts. Every
Indeed.
day, every hour, every minute, every check. If you don't pay me, I need it. Don't ask me.
Indeed.
This ain't no big business where you can go 30, 60, 90. No, I need mine today. I gave it to you today.
Indeed.
Give me mine today. You know, like, so when we don't make things and things ain't shaking for us the way we want it to shake, it's easy for you to get down on yourself and say, man, I'm lazy, or you start using a whole lot of negative words on yourself. And that's another tip of the day. Make sure you watch your words. Mind your mouth.
Yeah.
Mind your mouth. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Mind your
Yeah.
mouth. You're watching what you're saying to yourself and putting out there, because you speaking it and you putting it back on yourself. Stretch. P always be telling us that. I call P sometimes and be like, hey P, nigga, my back hurt. Did you stretch?
Foam roll.
Nigga.
Stretch, foam roll. Yeah.
And foam, this nigga in this foam roll, he lives by that.
Indeed.
Nigga, I
Indeed.
can show you how to get a tennis ball and foam roller.
Indeed. Without a doubt.
So that's a fitness tip. Make sure y'all stretching no matter what y'all do. Stretch.
Start your day with it.
I don't give a fuck if you finna get on a computer.
Yes. Drive, whatever it is, stretch, foam roll. It's just preparation for your body to go do and meet whatever demands that has been placed on it the day before and now the day to come that day. It just gives, and it only takes, you can do this in 2 to 3 minutes. So starting your day by stretching and foam rolling is huge. But yes, it is a real thing that when you are a hard worker, I want to say most entrepreneurs will probably fall under that, but there are people who work in the business world as well that are hard workers, and they're looking for promotions. And it could be within a lawyer company or advertisement or whatever it could, So when people are hard workers, it can be in sports, whatever. But I know from personal experience that it's times where I have the opportunity to kick back, relax, and chill, and that doesn't seem like an opportunity to me. It seems like I'm supposed to be doing something because of the goals I have and things that I need. Things I need to accomplish, right? Things that the business needs, things that the home needs, things that the family needs. And so when I'm looking at these needs and things that I also want to accomplish, if I find myself taking too much time of relaxation and or recovery, I feel it's like a battle. It's like a battle of okay, recover, relax, but get your ass up. What you doing? You could be doing this. Brain not turning off, it's turning all the way on. It's turning all the way up. Like, hey, you could do this or think about this. And that could also be a benefit of recovering too. If you allow yourself to really like chill and let your best thoughts come to you, that's okay. But it is a battle at times, feeling like, hey man, get up and get it versus enjoy this relaxation time and this recovery. It at times is very difficult to enjoy if you are not where you are working to get to. You know what I mean? It's a real thing.
It's a real thing. Hey, have you ever been in the car? I be telling people this. Like when I'm riding in my truck sometimes, I'll just be riding in my truck right now. I just let out a scream. Let that shit go. You ever did that? No?
I probably have in the past. I don't know right now if I necessarily do. I think when I start feeling like similar to that, I know it sounds like cliche or whatever for me to say, but when I start feeling like that, I notice when I exercise, in those moments, I feel better. But also Yeah, and then also what I do sometimes is I just start focusing on what I can handle, because when I be feeling like that, like I want to scream or do something like that, it's because I'm focusing on the stuff that I wish I could do, and it's not coming together like I want to, or something is irritating me. So then I, to the best of my ability, focus on, okay, Pete, what can you do right now? What's the thing you can do right now? Don't worry about what you want to do. Don't worry about what you need to do. Don't worry about what's due. Don't worry about how you need to do it or who didn't do what. What can you do right now? And let's just focus on that and go do that. And sometimes the only thing I can do is exercise. So I'll go do that. You know what I mean? But I focus on the thing I can do. And when I do that, it usually changes my energy for the better. So yeah.
Yeah, exercise for me is always good because it's them endorphins. Sometimes you can go in there hella tired. Right, the best workout when you tired.
Or don't feel like doing it sometimes, yeah.
Yeah, and then you go in there and you start going
Get
that blood
moving.
start rolling. Then you start. I be
Yeah.
finding myself on the treadmill like this,
Yeah.
listening to
Yeah.
music and shit. But that's physical exercise. That's that physical way of releasing them endorphins. For me, when
Yeah.
I'm driving, that screen,
Yeah.
that's that mental. That's that letting that
Yeah.
mental out. You know what I'm saying? That sometimes you just
Yeah.
gotta let it out. Just let that shit
Yeah.
out. And I
Yeah.
recommend that to anybody. If y'all on the freeway, 85, 84, 885, 8, whatever freeway you want, 75, 85, whatever freeway you want, and you
Yeah.
riding, man, and you by yourself, man, just scream, man. Let the windows down and just scream and let it out and
Yeah.
do it as many times as you want to while you riding. I did it one
Yeah.
time and scared the shit out the driver on the side of me. Ah!
See, they gonna call them people now. Um, you know, it's nothing wrong with having methods that you know that work for you. uh that work for you. If letting it out in that moment works for you, it works for you. For some people, music is a thing. Or riding, taking a ride, like going for a ride, listening to their music, driving, that is a thing. So people have different things. In fact, let us know what your thing is. If you are in a situation where you're driving or you're at home or whatever, or you're on your way in between home or work, or going about your day, and you have those times where you feel like you're stressing, or you just gotta let out a scream. What do you do? Do you let out a scream? Do you think about what you can do? Do you listen to music? What is the thing that you do? But having a thing that you do is the important thing here, because there are some people, you feel me, that don't have, they just bottle it up, or they let it out the wrong way, right? Instead of a scream, they cursing out a whole bunch of people, or instead of a scream to themselves or in their own place, they are you know drinking it away. I'm about to go get fucked up, or you know what I'm saying. So having something that you do that is constructive. I was talking to one of my members one time, and she said that even though she drinks, she never drinks when she's upset. She will never drink when she's upset. If something upsets her, what she's not going to do is say, "Oh, I'm gonna have a drink because she's upset." She said she told herself years ago that's what she would never do, because when she is upset, she doesn't want to make that a habit of having a drink to feel like she's masking a problem or trying to fix a problem. She would rather deal with that outside of that. So, you know, thinking about what you do when you are faced with that type of energy, pent up energy or aggression, and things that are not best practices like drinking and all that, just having those things to go to, whatever it might be, is a good thing. You know what I mean? But I did want to share that as we're talking about this. I remember my member sharing that with me, like what she made a rule in her life is never to drink when she's upset.
You watch these sorry ass Raiders today?
I did not see the Raiders play today. I know they didn't win today. I know they didn't win today. I think they played the Los Angeles Rams. Yeah, they played the Rams. Yeah.
Hey, today was a good day when we lost. Good job, Raiders.
So basically, if you're confused by the diehard fan that Casey is of the Raiders and why he would be saying it's a good job that they lost, is because he wants them to position themselves for a draft pick. And if you don't know about sports and football in particular, the way you get the first round and get to the top of the draft picks is basically by being the team in the most need. And the way you are ranked by the team in the most need is having the worst records. So the team with the worst records get the first picks so that they can build their organization. But like we said before, I believe that it's a good chance that Shador will go there no matter where they're positioned.
Nah, it matters. It matters where we're positioned. We got to be.
I mean, because
winning that top 3. The Raiders got a tendency of putting themselves in the 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 spot. We can't be there. We need to be 1, 2, 3. We need to be in that spot. It's somewhere in that range. So don't win not another game. Now, I'm going to tell you, the game of the day, I didn't even watch the Jets play.
It's on right now. It's on right now. The game of the day is on right now.
Nah, that's that bullshit. Ain't nobody watching that. The game of the day, at 1 o'clock. Minnesota Vikings, Detroit Lions.
Oh, that was a good. No, it was a bunch of good games on at that time.
Which one you talking
Minnesota,
about? Texans and
Minnesota, yes, and Green Bay. So you got Detroit and the Vikings. Vikings was 5-0. Detroit, I think, was 4-1.
Detroit beat them too.
Yep, and then you got the Texans and Green Bay. That's another. I think they both was probably like 4-1 or something like that. And then you had it was one more. Oh, Philly and New York.
Oh man, they say Saquon tore their ass up.
So man, hit for like 200.
Say he had 176 yards. Man, they tore his ass. He tore their ass up.
Man, and could have had 3 tugs if they really would have fed on the ball like that. Because they did the QB sneak. Huh?
He said, I ain't playing nothing with you. He went out there and went on a mission.
Because yes, personal vendetta. If you don't know, Saquon Barkley is a running back for Philadelphia Eagles who is from New York. And he played for the New York Giants, which is a football team, the New York Giants, and basically a hometown kid, right? His family is from New York. Saquon Barkley went there, got drafted there. It was a big thing. And then they didn't want to pay him because people like KC was saying that running back shouldn't get paid. So he part of the reason that Saquon went to Philly. And then when Saquon has gone to Philly, he's now in the top 5. Yeah, I threw that slug in there. He's now in the top. I threw like 3 in there real quick. But Saquon is playing for the Philadelphia Eagles. And if you don't know about this sports world, playing for New York and then going to Philadelphia is like playing for Alabama in college and then going to Auburn. It's you can't do that. It's like the fans is, I mean, you can do whatever you want to do, but as far as from the fan side, they gonna ridicule you. So they played in New York today. Saquon comes back to New York playing for Philly, and he gave them boys the business. And they was talking about him crazy, not just this season, but when they let him go and trying to dog him. And so he just did what he's capable of doing, and he did it right there at home in the New York Stadium.
Hey man, good job, Saquon. Should have been a Raider.
Who won? Should have been a Raider. Now you want him at the Raiders. He looked good in that Eagles uniform back there with the QB.
Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Shit, they got a squad. I thought Devontae Smith, AJ Brown. Philly, but they don't look like Philly. They don't look like Philly. They look horrible. Saquon looks good, but Philly don't look good.
It's like playing for Alameda High School, then going to Encinal. Or the other way around. It's like playing for Alameda High School, then going to Encinal. Or the other way around, playing for Encinal, then going to Alameda High.
That's what it's like, though.
Who won the goddamn Detroit? Detroit won. I saw they was winning. I wasn't 100% sure.
I'm keep it a whole 100 though. Detroit can win the Super Bowl. Detroit.
Absolutely. They could have won it last year.
Yeah, they my pick for it because Detroit is a problem. Hey,
Why? Why are they a problem? Let's name a couple reasons why.
Nigga, I know what you're trying to do.
I'm just asking. We talking about sports. We'll name a couple reasons why.
They defense, Super Bowl winning quarterback Jared Goff, or Super Bowl quarterback Jared Goff. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Receiver.
David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs.
Whoa. What position them two play?
It don't matter, nigga. I just named every position on the field.
No, but I'm naming the quarterback. Quarterback. You name the quarterback. No. When you said Goff, you said quarterback. You named his position. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
I said Super Bowl. I didn't say he was a receiver.
I did. Receiver.
Right. So now you're trying to go to the running back because they need the running backs. Nigga, they needed that quarterback.
Montgomery and Gibbs play what?
Hey, football in the NFL. Do their jobs now.
Yeah, they play running back.
Jahmyr Gibbs on fantasy, and that nigga went off for 2 touchdowns for me.
You're welcome. Now,
y'all niggas come to the Raiders. Stop playing.
Now, he want all the running backs to come to the Raiders now. When last season, he didn't care nothing about running backs.
I won't need somebody. We need something. But right now, we cool. Y'all go ahead and Detroit turned up like this. Detroit went 0-16, nigga. Remember?
No, for sure. They was trash. They was trash.
Yeah.
And they turned it all around.
So look, man, and they had they coaches. Who was they coach out there? He used to play football too, but they had him, and they was like, oh yeah, they garbage fire first season. Did it for like 2 seasons. But same way they doing with AP right now. Fire him. He's garbage. He's not a good coach. In a minute. See, we had a Devo on our team that didn't need to be there. We had a quarterback who was a buster who didn't need to be there. We had 3 quarterbacks that was horrible. So listen, it's okay. We're gonna get back to being right, and we're gonna.
It's Dan Campbell is the head coach.
Hey, I like Dan Campbell, but AP is
he's a good coach. Yeah.
AP is the person. So
the reason I said that the Pittsburgh and the Jets game is a big game is because of all the storylines that's gonna come out of this game, regardless of who wins. There's multiple storylines regardless of who wins the game. It's a must-win game for both teams, regardless of the record. The Jets is 2-4, and Pittsburgh is 4-2. Reverse records. However, it's a must-win game for both because this is Russell Wilson's first time starting after he didn't get the start. And everybody is controversial because they saying Justin Fields should have still been the quarterback, and they don't see why Russell Wilson is coming in at this point. And so for him to be coming in at this point, that's headlines either way. Then Devontae Adams is starting his first game with the Jets, with Aaron Rodgers, back with Aaron Rodgers, and also the Jets head coach was let go. So they got the interim head coach there right now. So all that storylines, like however the game plays out, whoever wins, whoever loses this game, they gonna be ridiculed and talked about. Aaron Rodgers is gonna be, it's gonna fall on the QB shoulders. Long story short, and then it's gonna also be some talk about like the coaching decisions because Tomlin and his coaching staff decided to go with Russell Wilson, and then also the firing of the coach from the Jets. So that's why I said that's the biggest game because it's gonna carry the most headlines as far as like on Unc and them show, Unc and O show, and all those other places. But anyway.
Yeah, man. Hey, Pete, I was thinking about something. I was thinking about something. I was it was probably a while ago dealing with this person.
That was some great sports takes, by the way. We just did that shit. We need to do sports more often, but go ahead and keep going where you're going. I just wanted to give us our flowers on that sports shit we just did. Yeah, time out.
But I'm asking a question. If you deal with somebody and it's a good dealing, but There's something about them that triggers you. That triggers the worst parts of you.
Mm.
Do you say, hey, I can deal with this. Maybe this is a test. Maybe this is a test. Maybe this is God testing me to see if I've learned the lesson. Or
Yeah.
is it better just to say, you know what, man, forget this. I'm not even finna deal with none of it because you bringing me back to a part of me that I don't want to open up Pandora's box again. So that's my question: is if you find yourself being triggered by someone or something about someone, do you walk away or do you stay and say, hey, everything else feels good, it's just this. Everything feels good, but it's the but a deal breaker. It's the but. It's the but. The
Camel that broke the straw that broke the camel's back.
like, can somebody, like, for me, if when somebody triggers me, like, I've dealt with a person before and everything about them was gravy, smooth sailing, except for when they triggered me and they said something. It was something about whatever they were saying or doing that turned on the switch. You finna make me go into this nigga mode. And then I start questioning myself, like, yo, why would I? This is the question that I put to myself. Why would I even deal with something that's going to make me be the worst version of me at any cost or any level? At what point, that's self-love though, right? At what point do I say I don't love myself enough to let myself come down to somebody else's level be, and to try to make something work with somebody who triggers the worst parts of me? Well, that's a loaded question right there. And my response is you don't. I think at any point you feel yourself getting to a point where somebody is triggering parts of you that make you feel like you finna bring out the, hey, I know my attitude can go from 0 to prison. So if I know you know what I'm saying? So if I know that my attitude can go there, right? And you come around and you trigger my attitude that can go from 0 to prison immediately, I will be the fool. That ain't even a fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. That's just the logic. That's just common sense right there, man. Let me get away from you because you finna force me to put myself from cool to damn. Now I'm doing 20 years for fucking with you. You know what I mean? So
Say that last part again that you just said.
which one?
What you just said about allowing. What you just said about right after you said the going from what you call it to
From
prison.
from cool to going to prison, from 0 to prison.
Yeah.
Just you can't allow somebody to you can't allow somebody to bring your vibration back down. You know what I mean? You can't allow somebody. You a fool if you even think that is cool. If you got a question, can I work this out? Can I make this work? Can this work? Will this work? If you got to start questioning that shit, if you got to start questioning that shit, you already know the answer. You already answered the question. If I got to question whether I can be cool or nobody wants to be with somebody who brings out the worst in them. Just like nobody wants to be with somebody who's going to always insult them. Nobody wants to be with somebody who's always going to cheat on them. Nobody wants to be. So by yourself. If you know a person is a cheater, why would you allow yourself to deal with the cheater and then be confused when you get cheated on? If
Because
you
they
know
want
a
a roof
person,
over their motherfucking head.
right? Because
They
they
don't want to
got
be homeless. They don't
right,
want to be homeless.
right. If you know a person finna bring out
They
the
want
worst,
that car.
right?
They want that car they driving. You know what I'm saying?
So is we giving up our peace of mind just for the material shit?
People are the security of it.
So
Are the
security.
security.
So security more important than peace of mind.
Some people will find peace of mind and security and overlook other things because they not willing to step out and secure things that and create that security safety net. You know, it's the same reason why a lot of people won't become entrepreneurs. They won't take that leap because there's, you know, back in the day, remember when I used to be like, KC, bro, you need to woo, 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 woo. And you was like, P, I'm coming. Basically, I'm coming. And you had to come at your own time, right?
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? So it's some people who won't even have that faith in themselves, like, I'm coming, P, it's just at my time. You know what I mean? So some people's like, nah, man, I'm finna go get 2 jobs. You know what I'm talking about? So you got to go. Some people are not willing to put the work in to be the safety net, to be the security. And so sometimes people will put up with things that they probably wouldn't if they were more secure within their finances, more secure within themselves, more secure within their abilities to go out. It's tough to go out into this world and live life and face it as an individual and just, you know, be prepared to withstand and take on and grow and build. And everybody is even their childhood was not raised to do that. You know what I mean? What parents and people fail to realize is that when they have children, they're grooming young adults. These individuals are not here to stay as children, even though a lot of people fight tooth and nail to remain childlike, even when they become adults. So a lot of these individuals who fight to remain childlike, even when they become adults, they hold on to those childlike manners, not just because of trauma, but because they don't want to have the responsibility of being the security. They are more content with somebody else being the security and not having that responsibility. You know, not saying that they don't have some responsibilities, not that they don't do some adult things, but you know, there's levels to this shit like with anything else. There was a bunch of things that I wrote down as you were talking about the triggers. If you're in your question originally basically was that if you're in a relationship with somebody and they trigger you, do you stay within that relationship? And I wrote down a whole bunch of stuff. The first thing I thought about is it early on? You know, do you notice that this is a trigger early on? Like when you're first meeting, dating, getting to know, everything is good on these dates and everything. You've been dating for a month, and then you get to 6 weeks and you start noticing these triggers, or it's 2 months or it's 3 months, but everything else is cool, but you notice these things, you're kind of overlooking it because everything else is good. Is it early on? Or is it in a long-term relationship? Because sometimes people within the relationship can grow, right? And be working on themselves while they're in a relationship. Individually, they can be working on themselves. And people in every relationship can be triggered by individuals that's closest to them. Usually that's who it is. It can be it could be a brother, it could be a sister, it can be a mother, it can be a significant other, right? And so those relationship triggers can come at any point. It could be a long-term relationship or a short-term. So how you deal with it might also depend on timing, the timing of it. When is this occurrence happening? Is this a early on relationship, or is it something that's had been there for years and decades? Also, I got a bunch of them. Depends on what the trigger is. What is the trigger? What happens? What is this trigger? Does it trigger like being annoyed? Or does it trigger sadness? Does it trigger depression? Does it trigger a person to relapse?
It trigger your anger.
Okay, but that would be one trigger though.
One trigger, right.
That might be a trigger for you, but it could be a trigger for somebody. It could be a different what might be anger for you might be depression for somebody else.
Or sadness.
Right. Yeah. So, and that don't mean that yours is less. I'm just saying
different people's on different places at different times.
And so how you address handling it is different depending on what the trigger is. So if it is anger, then versus relapsing, You know what I'm saying? Or something. I think how you handle that also plays an effect. And again, these are just questions off of your question. Let's see. I had a couple more. Do they know? Oh, does the person know your triggers? Do you know your triggers? Are you aware? Are they aware? And do you know how to deal with being triggered when triggered? So these were a couple questions I had because I don't feel like, because nobody's perfect. Even if you find a perfect person, don't mean they're gonna be perfect all the time. And they might do something to trigger you that may anger you, annoy you, or whatever it may be. However, do they know your triggers? Are they aware? Do you know your triggers? Are you aware? And do you know how to deal with your triggers? Have you addressed them for yourself on how to best deal with your triggers? I think when we were talking earlier, we were kind of talking about this already, where we was talking about screaming in the car or taking a ride or going for a walk or going to exercise, going for a swim, going for a bike ride, or thinking about what can I do? How can I best handle this? Using logic. You know what I mean? So off of your question, I think that, those questions are also important, breaking down like, okay, if you are triggered, what are your triggers? Are you aware? Because people might say, that triggered me. Well, what's your fucking trigger? And do they know? Do you know? So I think all that has a impact on how you handle it. I don't think it's just like, oh, this person triggered me, this relationship is over with, or I shouldn't pursue this relationship.
Right.
Because it could trigger you, but that trigger could turn into a trigger of growth.
I don't know what happened with that shit.
It could be opportunity to have some best practices and grow past this thing that was once a trigger, and grow in your communication skills to say, hey, that is a trigger for me. I used to be like this, and you might grow together. You know what I mean? So it could be an opportunity for growth. But anyway.
All right. So then, if you know you got a trigger and somebody can trigger you. So this is the next question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can you yes. Should you go to therapy? So a lot of people wait till they get into these relationships, and then they start falling apart, and everybody say, man, we're gonna go to couples counseling, we're gonna go to therapy, and things like that. Let's go to all these different things to make it work. So my question then would become, but I know for truckers, and I learned this in the warehouse, we do preventive maintenance. Take care of problems, find problems early, and start working on them and get them fixed and resolved early. Is it too early if you feel like, let's say, 3 months in, 4, 5, 6 months in, we find that we having problems. We already identified the problems early. I identified this is the trigger. This gets on my nerve. X, Y, Z. These are the things about you that I don't like, but I like you. But I don't like these things about you, and you don't like X, Y, Z about me, but you like me. We only been dating for this amount of time. It's still new. We shouldn't have problems now. But because I like you, shouldn't we say, hey, let's do something different. Let's go to counseling now while it's still young and try to adjust the problems. Or should we try to work it out, get to 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years down the road and say, hey, yeah, we knew about these problems back then, but we were fresh and too new to really deal with them then. But now we 5, 10 years in, we can kind of go to counseling, even though I don't like you now. I hate your guts because we could have dealt with this shit years ago, but we didn't want to make the proper adjustment. So the question really then becomes: is it too early? When is a good time, or should it be a year for y'all to say, hey, let's go to counseling, or should we just say, hey, we're gonna have issues, let's go fix it right now? You know what I mean?
Well, it's funny because you say this all the time that when we start talking, we tend to somehow have a theme that carries through the conversation without having a discussion about what the hell we gonna talk about. It just seems to happen like that every time we start to have a discussion. And I think that's part of the reason why we are going to make millions and millions of dollars and change a whole bunch of people's lives in the process. Not just because of the money, but because of the wisdom that we're given. Now, I'm gonna point out to you exactly what I'm talking about. You said to start off with, I said something and it triggered you to say, you know what? When it was you were talking about work and making sure you recover, right? And making sure that you allow yourself to take care of your body. And then that triggered me to, you see what I'm doing there? That triggered me to say, man, I had a fitness thing. I wasn't going to say this, but actually that's what I tell to my athletes, that you need to make sure that you recover. And then as we started talking about that, I said that if it's good enough to rehab in recovery, then it's great enough to be preventative and do it ahead of time. All right. Now you fast forward to this conversation about triggering that you're talking about. And now you said the real question becomes, if it's good enough to try to fix down the road, is that too late? Or should you take that method and apply it ahead of time? And would that be a best practice, a better practice to be preventative, proactive in that way? And absolutely, it doesn't matter. We just talked about 3 or 4 different arenas. And this is the beautiful thing about best practices, Casey, that we give these jewels to people. And this is how we unlock our potential. It doesn't matter what arena it is. Best practices are best practices in every arena. The challenge is being aware of and unlocking the potential of a best practice and applying it in every arena. So we can apply it to ourselves. We can apply it to our health. We can apply it to being in a new relationship. We can apply it to work. We can apply it to entrepreneurship. We can apply it to money management. Best practices are best practices. But what I found out is that a lot of times you might have best practices in one area, and you just said it. You said, I don't know if this is everywhere, but in trucking, we call it preventative maintenance.
Right.
Preventative maintenance. That's a best practice. That's why it is applied there. But you can take that best practice in the arena of trucking and apply it in any other arena, if you unlock your potential to see it that way. And sometimes what therapy does is opens your eyes to things that you already have as tools and shows you that you can use it in these other arenas. A lot of times you already have what you need. We just didn't know to use it over here. I use it over here in trucking. I didn't even know to use preventative maintenance in my new relationships. Oh shit. If I do that, I'm playing chess. I'm ahead of the game.
I can see why people wouldn't do it though. I'm gonna be the devil's advocate.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Because you wouldn't want to do it because you would say, hey, we supposed to still be in our honeymoon phase of the relationship.
Absolutely.
Be doing nothing but loving on each other, getting to know each other, laughing. We don't want to deal with none of the bad stuff yet. We want to deal with the good stuff, and then work our way to the bad stuff. But you just hiding and jumping over the bad stuff, or you deal with it and put it off. I think overall, you should not be embarrassed. And I think that would be for me, like, yo, I don't want to go in there. I don't want nobody having to try to diagnose my problems this early in the relationship. Especially when I feel like me and you, we already do a good job of diagnosing problems, right?
Yeah.
Like, damn, I wouldn't want to go in there and sit in there and listen to somebody try to break down some shit on me when we just got here. I feel like this is embarrassing because I would think to myself, hey, I know enough how to maneuver through these challenging times. But you gotta go here. Now it becomes a pride thing. Like, yo, I'm not going to that because now you got me looking like I don't know how to handle my relationship, or we not good together. So what I'm going to do is now we got to come in here and have somebody else tell us how to be good together when we already know the problem. So since we already know the problem, why don't we address the problem problem with this is, again, ego from both the male and the female, right? The pride, because the stubbornness gonna come out because yeah, we know the problem, but what's gonna come with we knowing the problems? A lot of finger pointing. You need to fix this. Well, you need to fix this. Well, I don't see nothing wrong with me. I don't see nothing wrong with me. So now we can't get here because we keep bumping heads. So how do we fix it? So now you would say, hey, let's go to therapy so they can give us the tools. But don't want to go there because we so new. So now what do? You throw away the potential of something being great, at least it could be, if you do the work, or you just dodged the bullet and found out, hey, we came here, we tried no matter what they said, but you gave yourself a lifeline up in there, kind of like, well, who wants to be a millionaire? You gave yourself that lifeline because we all got that friend that we can call and talk to. Hey, you know, Whoop the Whoop just did such and such. We all got that family member that we can call, but nobody ever thinks in the beginning, let's go to the therapy in the beginning and see if we can work this out so I can find out what traumas you harboring. You can find out what traumas I'm harboring. And you can do your medicine, your homework, I can do mine, and then we can come back and do our joint assignment to make something work. So I think I can see why nobody would want to go, but I can also see the pros of going and the benefits of going. I think that should be the best practice in relationships moving forward. Hey, at least let's do 6 therapy sessions in the beginning. Let's do 6, see if we can goddamn, excuse my see if we can put something together and if we're gonna be compatible and if it's worth, you know what I'm saying, working on future while.
Yeah, and therapy doesn't have to always come in the same form that people think. It doesn't have to be sitting down with a certain type of therapist. It can come in many different ways. It can be it could be a life coach. It could be it's all types of ways. It could be whatever is therapeutic for you. However, what you just said, this is exactly why the most important thing is not couples therapy. The most important thing is not improvement as a couple. The most important thing that is absolutely vital is self-improvement. So if a person, and this is what I was saying, is a person aware of their triggers? Are they aware of how to handle their triggers? See, this is work being done by the individual. So the most important thing is individually working on self-improvement. Because the better you are, and this is not even nothing new. People say these sayings all the time. If you think about it, you can't help nobody until you help yourself, right? Mm-hmm. What that really means, if you look at these sayings, and people use sayings and idioms all the time just freely because they sound like good game. But if you actually dissect what it means and apply it and put it into practice, then it can have more, it can add more substance to your life. You get more out of it. It have more purpose. If you understand that you can't help nobody until you help yourself, what that really means, like they say on the airplane, put the mask on yourself before. If you really want to help somebody else, you have to be structured, stable, and mind, body, spirit, and able to do so yourself, or else you may be doing more damage than good to the relationship that you're so-called trying to help and build, because a person is not there themselves. So the best way, whether it's new, somewhere in between, old, is to make sure that you are always and continuously doing the work on self-improvement. And you'll find that as you come together and you couple with people, that majority of your relationships are better even when things are challenging, because who you are as an individual is solid. Who you are physically, mentally, and spiritually is solid. But a person that has a whole bunch of cracks, and a person that has the average individual that has a whole bunch of baggage and bad practices, and they get with another person who has a couple or a lot, they are doomed to run into these issues early on and often without any way of knowing how to actually deal with it. And that's when people start saying, They have to go to therapy. So if you really want to be ahead of the game, and if you really want to fix something, have therapy on yourself, do it individually, and improve yourself. Self-improvement will help your relationships way more than trying to go in and fix a relationship together.
Yeah, that always where we go back to that self love. Man, you gotta love yourself. So the question then, another question, right? Always a question. Do you value yourself enough to walk away from somebody or from a lot of things, somebody, something, period, right? Do you value yourself enough to walk away from things that trigger you? Do you value yourself enough to walk away from things, period, just so you can do the work on yourself? Because a lot of times, like I say to people, I don't like being alone. I feel like I'm always alone. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't a feeling that I like. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to be alone. You know what I'm saying? So, are you okay with walking away? Are you okay being with yourself? Are you okay being yourself? Right? Because in my mind, I got a whole bunch of things going through my mind. So in there, but okay, doing the and hey, I'm gonna put off everything, not everything, but everyone that I need to put
Mm-hmm.
off. If it's not something that's life threatening or that's bringing what I need in my day to day, am I okay saying okay? I got any distractions? Let me. Did you? Am I okay getting rid of distractions by focus on myself and build on myself, work on myself? Because working on yourself, and I know I have said it so many times on here. Working on yourself ain't easy. It's the hardest job we gonna do. But the one thing that reason why I call my company Self-Invested Eddie's Baby, because the biggest investment you're gonna make in this world is in yourself. You can have 20 girlfriends, 20 boyfriends, you can be the billionaire, whatever it want to be. It all starts with you. So do you value yourself enough to let all the distractions go? To say, you know what, I'm putting off everything. For me to even get my business started, and Pete used to tell me all the time, man, Case, help me with the training. Come on, man, we need to do our own shit. And Pete was adamant about what he was gonna do. And he decade in right now. You know what I'm saying? Over. I was at my own pace. But
Yeah.
I had to cut out the distractions. I was
Mm.
the one working two jobs. I was working 20 plus hours a day. I was him. He had his way, I had my way, but we still came together when we needed to. But
Mm-hmm.
everybody gotta have their own way. But do you value yourself enough to say, I want to ascend to the next level of my life? I want to ascend to the next every birthday is a new time, a new chance for you to say, this is what I'm gonna be. Remember, God gonna open the doors for you. But some doors ain't gonna open for you until the person that's ready, the version of you that's ready to walk through that door is available. If you didn't learn nothing if you didn't learn nothing in none of these steps that you went through, then the door that you get to that you want to go through, if you didn't learn nothing before you got there, that door ain't gonna open because God gonna open the doors for the version of that door to open. So, do you value yourself enough to say, "Hey, I'm gonna put the time and the work to ascend to my next level"? And that's the question. I do. It's not always easy. It's not always easy, but I do it. Even when I don't
Mm-hmm.
feel like it. Sometimes I get in the mirror and I might be like, hey, bruh, if you don't get out here and do it, who gonna do it? So you gotta
Yeah.
go. So the question that y'all gotta ask yourself, do you value yourself enough to cut
Yeah.
out all the distractions, person, place, or thing, to invest in yourself the way you need to invest in yourself for you to ascend to your greatest level?
It's funny because most people will say, and like being honest, like they don't want to be alone. They want to be with someone else. The irony is that you do have distractions, and there are many distractions in the world, right? There's entertainment in the form of music. There's movies. There's comedy. There's the opposite sex. There's social media. There's so many different distractions. But the number one, there's also propaganda. There's manipulation. There's so many distractions. There's school. There's so many distractions in the world that people are faced with day to day, right? That can also be triggers without even knowing it. But the number one distraction, and this is the irony, the number one distraction, I said this before, and I said it in my book, but the number one distraction to people is people. Because people create all these distractions that we talk about, by the way, when we talk about like these, whatever it is, all the things I name, people create those. But the number one distractions to people are the people that they surround themselves with, that they give their energy to, that they are triggered by. Other people are people's number one distraction. So learning how to be in control of your actions so that you're not easily distracted. You're in control of your actions so you're not distracted. And you take your actions accordingly is most important. We talked about this many episodes ago, but I'm glad that you brought it up again. But yeah, definitely that people are the number one distraction to you gaining your traction. We were talking about traction back then when we was talking about it. Yeah.
I mean, people is the biggest distraction to people because everybody want to talk. Nobody wants to feel alone. Nobody wants to be by themselves. Nobody wants to sit up here. Everybody wants to be friendly. Everybody want to, contrary to what people be saying, I don't give a fuck who like me. I don't care. Nobody gonna like me. Shut up. Everybody wants somebody to like them.
That's a
Everybody
defense mechanism.
Yeah.
That's a defense mechanism.
Nobody wants to be the most hated person in the world.
Yeah.
Even the devil wants you to love him. That's why he'll give you the gifts too. The devil will deliver blessings the same way God do. This my quote right here though. Look, the devil will deliver your blessings the same way God do. But God again is so powerful that he will make the devil bring you your blessings.
Yeah.
That's cold.
Indeed.
Now,
Indeed.
Nobody want to be alone. We don't like it. We don't like that shit. I don't want to sit up here and turn around and be 50, 60, 70, 80 and be laying up in the bed by myself trying to get downstairs and cook some food for myself. Let me go there and cook me some. Oh, nah. Hey, old lady, fix me some eggs, please.
But some people find peace and joy in having their own space and not having to deal with distractions or other people's energy. And whenever they decide to have a person's company, it's a decision. It's not forced. It's not always that it has to be like that. So a person has to also know themselves and what works for them. It don't matter what works for the average individual or what works on a basic level. A lot of times people get caught up in believing that what works for most people has to work for them. And that's just not the case because you are your own individual person. So you got to find your own, your own flavor and mix it up how you need to get what you're looking to get out of it. And it can be different for everybody, even though most people, it might look like it's similar. You know what I mean? You don't have to do what everybody else does or how they do it. Your shit can look different. It can look way different. And everybody may not agree, but if it works for you, why the hell do you need people to agree with it? You know what I mean?
Right.
Don't look for people to agree with how you do what you do. Don't look for people's approval on that. Did we trivia of the day?
Trivia of the day.
Do you have one
for y'all today? I hold on. Somebody gave me one. Let me see. Hold on. Let me go to my. Right.
So while you going to trivia, you got it?
I'm gonna make it up as I go.
Okay.
Who was the better Mac in the movies? Who was the better Mac?
The Mac.
The better pimp. Now that's gonna be my answer, of course. So we're gonna go with Goldie, Pretty Tony, right? Gotta put Pretty Tony in there. Let's go with
Rudy Ray Moore.
Rudy Ray Moore. Dolomite. That's Dolomite. Who was the other one? Is it Superfly? Superfly. Superfly.
Cold gangster right there, man.
And let's go with another. I would say Bill Bellamy, how to be a player.
I was gonna say you got to throw some new in there.
And then What? Nah, I ain't gonna do him because he wasn't really no pimp. You know who I was gonna say? Huggy Bear,
I'm trying to think. Is there anybody?
Antonio Fargas.
Oh, yeah. You
Yeah.
got to throw him in there. You got to throw him in there.
Who
Got to.
who was that
But
one that I don't know. You just can't beat Goldie though. You can't beat Goldie.
I think the closest. I think the closest to Goldie would be Cuzzo. You just said his name.
Dolomite,
No.
Superfly.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
Should,
he'd be the. I think he'd be, but the Mac is just that movie is yeah, Goldie hands down, Oakland stand up. Um, yeah, I think most if you were to do some type of trivia, I got Goldie.
yeah, but I don't think it was only Goldie though, because back then, hey, listen, Goldie.
Well, you said movies. You didn't say real life.
Yeah, nah, cause Goldie fictional, but you know, Goldie was
Yeah,
based off the Ward brothers and shit. But when they did that
yeah,
movie, they started killing off a lot of the pimps off of that movie. You know, shit, that was Goldie. He would drop Max Julian. Max Julian died too.
yeah,
Goldie died too, but shit, you couldn't beat
yeah,
Goldie, man. Goldie said
yeah.
10,000, 10,000, 10,000 plus two. No, you gave me one. 10,000 plus two plus the one. That's 35. 35. No, that's 35 plus two. That's 35. Nigga, that's 37,000. Nigga, can you buy that?
Can you buy
Man,
that? Hold on. Slow down, baby. She tried to grab the blunt when she chose up. He said, "Oh, cool out."
he said, you know the he said, now
He
look
said,
at
"I'm gonna tell you." He said, "Nigga, I'm gonna tell you if you listen."
right. He said, look at now you know the name of the game. Now, she just chose me. Now we can handle this like some class, like we gentlemen, like we got class, or we can get into some gangster shit. Have it your way. That nigga said, card
Yeah.
these, card these.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of a new age one, but nah, I think that era, that time, and Goldie the Mac is if you talking about movie trivia, is definitely
It would have to
yeah.
be the Mac. Um,
Oh,
and what?
somebody asked best new female rappers in the chat. Who do you
Oh,
think is the best new female rappers? I don't know if I listen to enough music to actually
all right,
chime in, but I'll do my best.
Glorilla,
I knew you was gonna say that.
Glorilla. Really? Uh, Lotto. She don't really be saying nothing though, but
She don't really be saying that.
I mean, I ain't listen. I ain't gonna lie and be like I just be listening to him. You know what I'm saying? But I know who get the most buzz. So, uh, Cardi B. Do we really?
But of course, Cardi B new though.
I mean, she the hardest one.
Is she best new female rapper?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you who be jamming though. Her music be garbage, but her shit be jamming though.
Her
Sexy
music be
Red.
garbage, but it should be jamming.
Yeah, Sexy Red.
Oh,
Get it
oh,
sexy. Get it sexy. Hey, y'all better stop.
yeah. It's probably a whole bunch of female artists that we don't even know. To be honest with you, or that I don't know. Let me speak for myself. I don't listen to them enough to grade any of them. To be honest with you, but I do know of some. I do know of them, but I don't. I couldn't even grade them against each other because I ain't listened to them against each other. Wait, but y'all didn't even say the one from Texas.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
Yeah, she garbage, nigga.
Nigga, ain't nobody forgot.
Hey,
That wasn't a slip up. That
hey,
was.
look, her. Remember when Nicki Minaj was super dope and Nicki Minaj got barred. Nicki Minaj fell off quick, fast, and in a hurry, like.
But see, I don't think she fell off though. She
What you,
is. She does. It's different. Like you can go overseas and make a whole lot. Like people would probably say Wu Tang fell off, right? But Wu Tang can go overseas right now and make hella bread, or hop on like she can hop on a pop record, a song that we might not even know is out, and she go get paid way more than any Glorilla or anybody else right now that is on a record. For her to show up,
Cardi right now though? Cardi go crazy.
But I don't know. I don't know their financial situations because I don't know none of them. But I'm just saying, it seems like based on the outside looking in, that she's going to get paid the most on what do you call it, commercial level out of all of them.
Who? Cardi?
Nicki
No, Cardi.
Minaj.
Cardi.
You crazy? I don't think so.
You
I
just
don't
lost
think
it.
so.
I'm trying to tell you the real spiel.
No.
Cardi is
You think that?
they don't like Nicki Minaj, bro. They don't like her personality.
I don't
Cardi,
know.
Cardi,
I don't know.
shit. Megan Thee Stallion, the one that's getting on TV left and right.
But that ain't got nothing to do with if you want this person to come out. All right, put it like this. Here you go, right here. Nicki Minaj could do NFL halftime show.
Cardi
Name somebody. No, she. Are you crazy? Are you think what? She could be a guest appearance at most. Cardi B and Glorilla are cousins. If you could, you think that? Do you in the chat? Do y'all think that Cardi B could headline? This dude is crazy. She could do a goddamn opera too, I guess. Do y'all think that Cardi B could headline a damn NFL halftime show?
Name me a Nicki Minaj song without Drake and Lil Wayne on it, nigga.
It don't matter. That's what I'm telling you. Because of the collabs that she has, she can do an NFL time show. Can Cardi B in the chat? Let me know. Do y'all think that if Cardi B could do an NFL halftime show, and that the world would want to see Cardi B headline an NFL halftime show over Nicki Minaj?
Yep.
You what?
Hell no.
Hell no. Hell no. That's nothing against. It's nothing against Cardi B, but you are thinking about like this level of popularity versus a person's international and national appeal household name. It's like when people say it's like this when people talk about Jay-Z being the greatest, but they like if you go out the country, it's more people that know Tupac than Jay-Z. There's more people that know Snoop Dogg than Jay-Z. So it's that same thing. Cardi B could be your favorite all day. She could be all day. But if you start talking about all these other ethnicities and all of these other countries, who the hell they'll put a statue up of some of these other people like they study Tupac lyrics. Yeah, but Jay-Z's supposed to be the biggest.
Cardi be spitting. Megan, Nicki Minaj, nigga, she wants.
You talking about the culture? You're talking about within the culture.
Hey, and I still stand with.
We talking about crossing over.
I still, man, I done heard they say they want some wet ass.
This dude crazy.
There's some boom, doom. Hey, man, stop playing, man. Cardi B be on commercials talking about Kirk.
I get it, but I'm talking about if you were an NFL executive sitting in that room and you gotta pick a female artist, a female rap artist to do an NFL halftime show. You're picking who?
Cardi.
You are.
Now look at this, because Cardi gonna bring out. This is Cardi B. Nicki Minaj. Hold on. Listen. Nicki Minaj is gonna bring out Drake and Lil Wayne. Cardi B gonna bring out the Migos. Hold on. She gonna bring out Glorilla. She gonna bring out Megan Thee Stallion. She gonna bring out Sexy Red. She gonna bring out Lotto. She gonna bring out.
Who the fuck want to see all them bitches? What are you talking about? This nigga crazy. Cause they hot right now. But we talking about the NFL, the league.
You asked the question. I'm giving you the answer.
And you're sadly mistaken by saying that she can only bring out goddamn Lil Wayne and Drake. First of all, bringing out Lil Wayne and Drake is like bringing out the fucking Rolling Stone, or like that's like bringing out Prince or somebody. Like what? That's not a small thing, cuz. The Migos is not bigger than Lil Wayne and Drake, nigga. Cardi, Sexy Red is not bigger than Lil Wayne and Drake. So the fact that she can automatically bring them two out, you get them two, that's exactly why the NFL would have her. Plus,
Cardi B
besides
gonna
all
have
that,
to get me more. Cardi B gonna
plus,
come out there, man.
plus, besides the fact that you already said two of the biggest reasons, those two, all the other people that she can bring out.
Bodak Yellow, nigga. Bodak. I don't even know the words to that shit.
This
But
nigga is crazy.
hey man, just say nigga you like Nicki Minaj, nigga. That's it.
No, I'm thinking as a businessman on an executive side and thinking about the mainstream audience, children, adults, all ages in between, all ethnicities, plus what we're going to market nationally. There's no. Piers, you got this wrong. Nicki is better to me, but she ain't getting no NFL. No, see, you over if you are choosing between Nicki Minaj and any of the other artists today, who are you choosing? Is the question. I didn't say that she deserves to have the NFL halftime show. I said if you were choosing between
be Cardi. Cardi. Don't worry about it.
Okay, so Charles Bell, you saying that Cardi B would be a better NFL halftime selection than Nicki Minaj?
Cardi slap, bro. That's it. They don't like Nicki, bro. Niggas don't like Nicki, bro.
If y'all, if y'all ever want to bet some money, I'll take it. That's easy money. That's easy money. We can do a poll. How about we do a poll? How about we do a poll? Let's do a poll. How much you want to bet? How much money you want to bet? How much money you want to bet?
$3.
All right, let's bet $3.
I don't want to bet.
Let's bet.
I don't want to bet no more. Bet is over. I was like,
what?
Listen, hold on, listen. Nigga, you know how nigga they had to have a debate because men was riding around here slapping Cardi B out the window. When that Bodak Yellow came out. These ain't red bottom, these them bloody shoes.
See what Charles Bell said when he got the question? He said, I'm choosing Nicki, but he thought the question was who is the league was talking. No, the question is if you were NFL exec.
Don't renege, man. Go back.
He didn't know I know he didn't.
Don't go reneging.
He didn't know. I know he didn't know the question by how he answered.
Don't renege.
If you are NFL, if you are a National Football League NFL executive and you had to choose a female rap artist today to headline the NFL and you are choosing from Cardi B, Sexy Red, Glorilla, and Nicki Minaj, you're telling me that you're going to choose. You telling me that you're going to choose Cardi B over Nicki Minaj? That's why we not hiring you as an executive.
Don't worry about it.
You fired. we gonna send you to the club. You the executive of the club.
Ain't bloody shoes. She say she gonna do what to who? Just find out. Name me. Unless you be riding around playing, you wish you could save this moment for life.
Man,
Charles Bell was here.
He said he taking Megan. He said he taking Megan. Hey, listen. You can take Megan. You can take Cardi B, but I'm willing to put money on it. That if you did a poll, the person that transcends the most for the NFL would be Nicki Minaj. And if you're saying anything other than that, you are sadly mistaken because you're missing the point of what the NFL halftime show is.
Then why they choose Kendrick Lamar over Drake? I mean, why did they choose Kendrick Lamar over Lil Wayne in Louisiana?
Okay. Now answer. Now I want you to answer this question that you just asked. When's the last time that they had an artist that's from an area headline that area outside of when they just had all them dudes in LA?
Nigga, you just answered your own question. You can't say outside of and ask the question, nigga. That's the question.
That's the question. Outside of when they had
in LA.
Okay, so outside of that, when's the last time you seen that happen?
Matter they did it. They just don't matter. So now you want
You can't tell me how to answer my question. I'm asking you a question.
Nigga, you just answered that was it can't be outside of that when they just did this like 3 years
Outside of that, when was the last time that you have ever seen them pick a person to headline an event that's from the area?
Nigga, I don't even know where half the people who be from that area be in that area.
Can you answer the question, sir?
Nope.
The answer is never. That is the first time. And on top of that, I said outside of that, and on top of that, where's Kendrick Lamar from?
LA, nigga.
Okay, so we just said the first time that it happened, it was a bunch of LA niggas. Now this nigga that's from LA, who has what? The biggest record. I don't care about the record.
But Lil Wayne is from Louisiana.
It does not matter. Where are the NFL? Where are most of the NFL execs from? What radio are they listening to the most? LA. Who has the biggest record right now that everybody's playing in all the stadiums? Not just football, across the board. This is my point with the Nicki Minaj argument. The execs is listening to who's going to have the biggest impact across all audiences. Who's had the biggest impact across all audiences? Not just an audience, all of them. Not just an audience, all of them. The reason that Kendrick Lamar was chosen, and I think that it should have been Lil Wayne because it's New Orleans. That's a no-brainer. He could have did a whole bunch of stuff. But the reason that they chose Kendrick Lamar is because of the height of the battle that he had with who? So he had the biggest record this year, and they're like, that's going to transcend across everything, especially because most of them execs is sitting in LA.
Because they jamming right now. He jamming. Right? Because he jamming. That's why, because Lil Wayne obviously got more hits than Kendrick Lamar. Obviously. Lil Wayne is 3 decades in, so obviously his catalog is way longer than Kendrick Lamar. But Kendrick Lamar jamming right now. And you can't turn on that shit without, they not like us. They not, so you can't turn on without him, right? So why would you pick Nicki Minaj over Cardi B, who's going to get more play than Nicki Minaj right now? So Cardi B would have to be the only answer that's logical. And we always say use logic, but you're using your emotions.
You're not using logic. You're not using logic.
I'm giving you nothing but logic.
Hey, like I said, we can put out a poll and put some money on it. Nigga, let me call Jay-Z real quick and ask him who the hell he would pick. Nicki, hey, let me ask you this question. If we had Jay-Z number, and we could hit him right now and say, Jay, who would you pick? Nicki Minaj or Cardi B if you were selecting a female rapper to headline the next National Football League halftime show? Who do you think Jay-Z would pick? Nigga,
you're not finna get me on my square. I told you what the nigga is Cardi. Cardi's bigger than Nicki Minaj right now. Now, I said it.
And see, he's talking about I need to look up the music sales. I don't have to look up the music sales. It's not see, if you're talking about who's selling, that's what KC talking about. He's talking about who's selling more right now, who selling. That's not what the NFL halftime show is about.
Yes, it is. These half of these are not even getting paid. Right? Half of them don't even really get paid to do these shows. So why would you put on somebody? Now, Nicki Minaj in her time, she could have, yeah. But right now, no.
The NFL halftime show is about entertaining audiences across the board.
Well, do you think
that more? Okay, put it like this. So you're telling me that you believe that Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B is more of a household name than Nicki Minaj?
I think they're all three even as far as household names.
No, who's the more of a household name?
I just told you, I think they even as far as being a household name. As far as who's jamming the most right now and who would get the most play. If Cardi B drop a song right now, she gonna go crazy. Nicki Minaj done dropped about
That's
15
not,
songs. Listen, Nicki
nigga.
Minaj done
If
dropped about 15 songs recently. Nigga, you ain't heard not near one of them. Cardi
nigga,
drop something right now, nigga, that shit gonna go on every channel that come out.
if young boy NBA drop a song right now, it's gonna go fucking crazy. That don't mean he finna headline the NFL.
Who?
Young boy NBA, young boy never broke again. If he drop a song today, it's gonna go crazy. That does not mean he finna headline the NFL.
Nigga, I don't know. One Young Boy song.
You don't have to. But if he drop a song today, the views, go look at his views. You talking about
Nigga,
Cardi B? Go look
Young Boy
at.
is for young boys. Young Boy is what I'm
This
saying.
is what I'm telling you. It's an audience. Cardi B is for.
Cardi B is for nigga. Cardi B is global.
Kendrick Lamar has one of the highest grossing tours in rap history. See, you're talking about record sales. Kendrick Lamar has one of the highest grossing tours in rap history. That's a tour.
Hey, P, you wrong. It's okay to be wrong, brother. It's okay. We know you a Nicki Minaj fan now. We didn't got
But
you.
I can't even name a Nicki Minaj song off the top of my head. But a household name that transcends over all cultures is who they're going to put on that stage. It's plain and simple. If it came down to sales all the time, then it's hella people that have more sales.
Hey, Charles Bell, I appreciate you coming back. Flo, you feel me? I feel you right there, man. What you say right there? Kendrick go crazy though. I like Kendrick. You know what I'm saying?
But you just said why is Kendrick headlining?
No.
He's telling you why.
No. Listen,
You said why is Kendrick headlining over Lil Wayne?
Right.
He's
No.
telling you why.
I would choose. I choose Kendrick over Lil Wayne. My point of saying Kendrick over Lil Wayne is because it's in Louisiana.
So
the Steelers beat the Jets 37-15.
Let's go.
Russell Wilson 3 touchdowns.
Let's go, Russ.
Aaron Rodgers.
God damn, man. God dang, I did not want Russ to get ridiculed tomorrow, man. Let's go, man. Shout out to Russ.
Let's ridicule the ones who need it. Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams.
I told you the headlines were going to be either way. Whoever won, the other one was going to get ridiculed in the coaching staff.
Because Aaron Rodgers got the whole team fired just so he can bring in Devontae Adams.
Did y'all put Sugar Free up there with Goldie? Sugar Free is not active. We would have to put Sugar Free in his own category. Living Color back in the day did a show during halftime, and the NFL lost revenue. So it's who is going to keep that channel on for the commercial. But yes, you're telling and exactly who's going to keep all the people engaged, in tune, all over all audiences. That is not Cardi B.
And Nicki, it's gonna be Cardi.
Anyway, Sugar Free, this dude crazy.
Again, and we're gonna go with what Charles was saying.
Man, hold on, nigga.
Cardi's gonna bring out Megan. Megan's big too. That right there, those two right there gonna do your show because you just want to see what they finna do. You know what I'm saying?
Nicki Minaj can bring out Beyonce. What are you talking about?
And so can Cardi with the Megan song. Come on, man.
Okay, but she bringing out Lil Wayne and Drake. What are you talking about?
All right. I mean, I feel you. Hey. It's okay.
So Lil Wayne, Drake, and Beyonce and Nicki Minaj. What are we talking about?
Cardi gonna bring out Kalani. She gonna
man, shut the fuck up. This nigga.
Bring out Summer Walker.
He's talking about having a show at the Oakland Coliseum.
I'm trying to tell you what I know. I'm just. It may not be big guns. It may not be.
You talking about you talking about you talking about doing a summer jam at the Oakland Coliseum? That's what you talking about.
I hear you until you see the show and they be like, "Yo, this was the best halftime show we seen in a while." I'm trying to tell you.
Amanda, if the NFL was to choose, NFL is too PG for Cardi. No, Megan and Beyonce from Houston. Okay, so if the NFL, you know how they do the halftime show and they select the artists?
Yes.
If an NFL exec had to choose a female rapper to headline the halftime show for the NFL, who do you think they would pick?
A female rapper?
Yes, a female rapper to headline. You get to headline a female rapper to headline the halftime show. Current female rappers, who do you think they would choose?
A female rapper. Right now, that's like a popular one right now.
Out of current, right now, out of all active female rappers.
Probably Glorilla.
Okay, she said probably Glorilla. All right, now let me give you the list that we put together, and you tell me who. All right, the NFL halftime show. Nicki Minaj. Out of Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Glorilla, and Lotto and Sexy Red. Who are they picking for the halftime show out of that list?
Probably. Wait, read the list again.
Nicki Minaj, Cardi B, Glorilla, Megan Thee Stallion, Sexy Red.
Probably
Cardi B.
Probably I would say probably out of Meg and Nicki.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate you. You want to call anybody and ask them?
Because Nicki Minaj her first.
See, when she said Glorilla at first, she was just thinking of who's she thought we was talking about popular new artists. So then when I gave her the list, you heard what she said.
She still went with Megan first. So Nicki still wasn't.
She didn't say. She said probably Megan or Nicki. Guess who she didn't say?
Yeah, it didn't matter. I know the answer.
You said Cardi B.
I'm still going with Cardi.
Call your lifeline. Let me call somebody else. Let's see how many Cardi B's we get.
Right, that wasn't even the options. Right.
What was it? The options?
Oh, look, Charles said Megan, like I said, because Megan's so thick, but still.
She said Megan or Nicki.
I'm still
out of that list. She ain't said nothing about no Cardi B. All this started because you said Cardi B.
Still going with Cardi.
Let me see who else I can call. Hold on.
Nobody else still. You told me we got an hour and 30 minutes.
Nah, fuck that. We got more time now. Hold on. Let me see who I can. Let me see who I can call. I know exactly who to call. She a thug too.
Nigga want to call her thug.
No, well, I ain't gonna put your business on the street. She better pick up too. I'm gonna call her twice if she don't pick up.
I've reached Nicole Norman.
I don't want to say her name. I'm about to call her back. Hold on, we'll try to call her one more time. But then we gonna move on.
Yeah, we was already moved.
Nah, nigga, I'm sticking with it.
This nigga right here, he wanna try to go all the way.
She ain't picking up. She must be booed up.
Megan and Nicki got beef. Megan and Nicki got beef.
Come on.
Everybody got beef with Nicki.
She ain't picking up. You mother sucker. She'd have been a good one too, because she was gonna give her honest opinion. Anyway, where was we, man? We went on that tandem. You was wrong, I was right. It's okay.
Yeah. You said it right. I was right. You were wrong, but it's okay.
Yeah, you was wrong. I was right.
Hey,
it's okay.
Hey, listen. We did 2 episodes. Didn't we do 2 episodes this week?
Shit, I don't know, cuz I forgot.
We did one Wednesday.
Oh, we did an hour on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Damn, who else can I?
Nigga, it's Kendrick Lamar. We'll see you at halftime.
But how the hell you gonna say I'm wrong? And she literally said the name that I said. Go say I'm wrong. She didn't say Cardi B. You know what? I noticed something. This is what I noticed.
Right. You see?
He's trying to say I'm wrong, but she didn't even say Cardi B at all. How I'm wrong? And we was debating against Cardi B. Yeah, see, you're right. The debate was between Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. She said Megan or Nicki, but I'm wrong. What? How did that work? How did that work? Oh, she said Megan or Nicki. Nigga, you wrong. What?
Cardi. You know what
The name I said was the name I said was last. The name he said wasn't mentioned at all.
Hey.
The name I said was last. And it's not last if you say either or. That's not last. That's equal. That's not saying if she would have said if not Megan, then her, that's different. She said either or. One of the two. Guess who she didn't say? So if Megan was last, what was Cardi B?
Hey,
not worth mentioning? Not worth mentioning?
It's okay.
Fuck out of here.
Hey, man. Good day. When we on, P? Wednesday?
He trying to be. You just play wrong. Yeah, we back on Wednesday, and I'm gonna have my phone calls ready. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, man.
Listen. Hey, we're gonna get a special guest on here soon. So if y'all want to join us on one of these good episodes, man, y'all want to be in here with us, man, get up here and chop some game with us, man. Let us know, and we gonna get you on here. We'd love to have a guest here and there. You know what I'm saying? Talk your mind, speak your mind. Let's hear what your ears I'm talking about, and keep these conversations going. Cause look,
you know who?
y'all make us. You know what I'm saying?
Now she ratchet. She'd probably say some Cardi B or some shit. She'll probably agree with you with her ratchet ass. She hella ratchet.
God
Let me
damn,
call her.
they gotta be ratchet to agree with me.
She probably real.
This thing.
I mean, she corporate and ratchet at the same time. She'll probably agree with your ass.
Hey, you already won. You already won. It was 2-1.
What's going on with you? Hey,
how you doing?
quick question. You on the podcast, so don't say nothing crazy. But I got a question for you.
You said what?
You on the podcast? Don't worry about it. Just don't say nothing crazy. Now listen, I need you to answer a question for me.
Okay.
Everybody want to know. Okay, you know the NFL halftime show, right?
Yeah.
If you were an NFL exec and you had or just knowing the NFL execs had to choose a female rapper, to headline the halftime show as a female rapper, who would you choose? Who should they choose?
A female rapper?
Yes. Yes.
Give her the name.
Oh, that's a good question. Oh, you done put me on the spot. I don't know.
Just
You
say.
put me on the spot.
Just name a female rapper. Go ahead.
Just one way. I gotta be somebody good to headline a halftime show that got like a actual real catalog.
Yeah, so name somebody, please.
I'm trying to think.
Who fits that category? What you just said. You just said has to have a catalog that can fill a halftime show. Name somebody, please.
Hold on 1 second, because you put me on the spot. Damn. I don't know. I gotta think about it. I don't want you to just make me say something.
You know female rap artists.
I know, but I can't think of it right now because I feel like it's so much pressure.
Who
I'm thinking of, it's somebody. I'm thinking of like new folks, but I don't feel like they've earned.
Okay. So who would fit that?
That would do that? No, I'm thinking of somebody new like that I listen to.
I know, but you said you said that the new people haven't earned it. So then you would have to go outside of the new people. Where are you going?
It would be old school. It'd be like somebody old school.
Okay.
Old school rapper.
So let me give you the list then.
That put the work in. It'd be like.
Who did you say? Who you was going to say? Please say the name you was going to say. Who? Say it again.
Nicki Minaj.
Say it again for the people in the back. One more time.
Nicki Minaj.
I don't think they heard you. I don't think they heard you. Say it again for the people in the back. One more time for the people in the back.
Nicki Minaj.
Hey, hold on. Hold on. They didn't hear you. Say it one more time. Just one more time for me. One more time. Oh, okay. That's all I needed from you. Thank you. They was telling me to give you the list. I didn't want to give you a list. I just want you to answer the question authentically.
Because I feel like she got the catalog.
You said you feel like she got the catalog? Hey, you know what?
She put in the work.
And she put in the work. Hey, you know what? You actually answered the question the best because you put thought into it. What you said is exactly why I said Nicki Minaj. Because you have to be able to actually do the show according to the NFL. You have to actually be able to do the show according to a catalog.
Yeah, I feel like it's a big moment, and I feel like anybody that says a halftime show has had to have earned that. And I think based on her catalog, she's earned it.
Thank you very much.
She put in the work.
She put in the work. She's earned it. She has the catalog. You know what?
Her market in terms of the songs that she's put out, like is
her market. Her market is marketable across many genres.
Yes, yeah, for sure.
Indeed. And we know you are ratchet as hell in business at the same time. So I know the artist now. So people don't think that you being biased. Who I know. So people don't think that you're being biased. I want to prove to them that you are both business and ratchet.
I was thinking about whose album I'm listening to right now.
And who is that? Say it, please. Say who?
Lotto.
You listening to Lotto right now? Who else you listening to right now?
Because she's a dope lyricist. And then somebody on the other side, like Rhapsody, I really like as well too, who's a more conscious rapper. But I geared towards most folks whose like art form is actual lyricism. Like both of them females can actually really spit and they write their own raps. It's not a gimmick, which is how Nicki initially came out. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But, I think she deserves her flowers for sure.
She deserves her flowers for sure. They talking about I text you. Hey, her answer is just they talking about man, these niggas crazy. It don't matter who they said. The answer that you just gave is so perfect, and I called you out the blue. So they talking about these fools was talking about it don't even matter. It don't matter.
I'm curious who.
Nah, because I liked your answer. I wanted to stay right there. Nah, they was talking about they said Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Sexy Red, goddamn Glorilla. There was the names they said.
Like there's artists right now that'd be high, like if they were all but I don't think they got the catalog and they put in the work enough to be able to do the halftime show right now.
Not Cardi B?
They talking about not Cardi B. She said what she said, cuz.
Cardi B ain't earned it.
They did say Sexy Red, C-Bell. He said Sexy Red. Yeah, not over Nicki. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with these people as artists, but we're talking about the NFL halftime show. It's like, it's an honor. It's an honor. What you say, it's a who?
Nobody.
It's an honor.
It's an honor. It's an honor. That's what I'm trying to tell
you. Yeah, nah.
And Cardi
exactly. Well, thank you.
Black adjacent too. So
exactly.
That's another conversation. All right.
All right. I appreciate your answer. You thought you were going down the wrong way. Your answer was absolute.
Think about it.
You had to think. Some motherfuckers don't want to think. All right, I will talk to you on the next one.
Nigga, that was the most coercive I ever heard in my life.
I didn't even give her a list. She just.
What you say? What you say? What you say?
She said, because she was finna say Nicki. I heard her say, she was about to say Nicki, and then she caught herself. I said, no, say what you was going to say.
Nigga, you made her say Nicki, nigga.
She said Nicki on her own. Oh, now I'm okay.
We watched these textures.
Okay. 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 All right.
Hey, give her the list.
All right. Okay.
All right, fine.
Yeah.
We on Wednesday, nigga.
Yeah. And just for the record, C-Bell, KC, I was right.
Honor and Cardi B ain't honorable. Damn.
Who said that?
Flo Adney.
It is an honor. Cardi B ain't honorable.
I still like Cardi.
Hey, you know what, man? I ain't gonna keep you no longer because I know you it's later where you at, man. So I'm gonna let you get off here, man. But just know that I'm like 4-0 versus you when we had these type of topics. You know, so we talked about the running backs. I was right. We talked about the female rappers. I was right. You even got people trying to support you in the platform, and y'all both wrong. And y'all both wrong. Y'all both wrong. Hey, you know what? And he still never said Cardi B. That nigga keeps saying Megan Thee Stallion. So nobody said Cardi B but you. Wednesday we'll be on at 3:30 Standard Pacific Time, 6:30 Eastern Time.
Well, we got on so 3:30, 4 o'clock-ish.
Between 3:30, 4 o'clock West Coast, 6:30, 7 o'clock East Coast.
Yeah, so it's good. We're gonna get on. And damn, hey Cardi, if you ever watch it, I was pulling for you, Cardi.
They said you ain't honorable, baby. You got to get a few more under your belt. That boy 4-0 out here. That boy. No, you know what? We're gonna say 2-0. We're gonna say 2-0. The running back debate and this debate, Young P 2-0. We're gonna start keeping score. We're gonna start keeping score. Young P 2-0. We will be on Wednesday, 3:30, between 3:30 and 4 o'clock, and we will be on with another debate so y'all can watch me spank my little brother again.
Hey man, thank y'all for watching.
Thank y'all.
We on next week, 3 days.
Wednesday.
Hey, listen, if y'all want to get on, man, let us know. We're gonna put you on, talk with you, and have a good time.
We appreciate y'all being subscribed because we did not tell nobody to get on. So that means that y'all are absolutely subscribed and watching. We thank y'all. Please share with individuals. Thank you for chiming in. Thank you for giving your opinions. Thank you for supporting us and building this community that we working on and doing. It works much better when we have people chimed in. So we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for watching another episode.
Hey, we're going to have females come on here soon. Two of y'all, 2 females. We're going to get 2 females on here. So we ganging up on y'all, and we're gonna have a good conversation, a wholesome conversation, and
indeed,
and it's gonna be no cap uncut.
No cap uncut. No cap uncut is a whole different thing.
Now we looking for y'all though.
Yeah, appreciate y'all. All right, man. I'll see you on the next one, man. Appreciate y'all.
Man, be good.